Yes, hello everyone and welcome to our podcast, Lugari Diploma TTC Tubonge Live, and the official broad podcast that brings you the pearls of the campus life, the insights, and I am your host, Ira Manuel, and today we are humbled to have our guests in this incredible episode. We are sitting with the every voices of the SRC, those people who going to take us through a journey of the official duties of this institution. We here have our entertainment secretary alongside our vice chairperson, and without much ado, I would just like to welcome them so that they can say hi and also introduce themselves alongside their responsibilities. Karibuni sana ndugu zangu.
Asante.
Thank you so much.
Sijui tuanze na nani?
Ladies first.
Ladies first, but mine before. So.
Okay, they always win, right?
Yeah. So we push out to introduce us.
Actually, that was my introduction, but you also have to introduce yourself effectively. Karibu sana.
Asante. So my name is Dominic Taipher. The entertainment clubs, societies and entertainment secretary, and that is where I am serving under the Student Leadership Council. Yeah.
Okay. Clubs, entertainment. So
clubs and societies and entertainment. They're like two in one.
I guess you are that one person with a lot of duties, right?
You can say that.
You are running more than one department.
Theoretically, theoretically yes.
Okay,
practically.
Yes, karibu.
Thank you for this opportunity. Well, hello everyone once again. My name is Ayaaa, Winnie Immaculate. As you heard before, I'm the vice chairperson. And ideally, being a vice chairperson means I'm the neck, the bridge between the chairperson and the other council members, and also to our students at large. And that summarizes my duties as a neck. I hold them up together.
You kusema next tunajua tu mtihani. Usitaje sana.
So you are the neck.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. First and foremost, let me just appreciate each and every one of you for coming. I understand that you have a lot of responsibilities.
But
I'm actually grateful for you coming to support today. Today, as we dive deep into this academic ventures, especially as far as Lugari is concerned, I understand that leadership is very important, and that everything is determined by the kind of leadership that we are having. And if we have a strong leadership, then it's just always known that there must be something outcoming. So to the vice chair, now that you're the neck, I just want you to help me with this, that every leader has his or her own vision for the institution, for the people, for themselves. Now, what is your vision as the student body in this term that you are reigning?
Okay, I'd say that my vision doesn't usually change. It doesn't change, but it's usually manipulated around circumstances, and that I'd say is servant leadership. With servant leadership, I usually aim to say, like, I impact people in a positive way, that they should maybe look at the positive side of what the SRC is doing, and try and copy the right things to do. If it's going to class early, if it's just doing the necessary things the right way. I don't like coercing or anything. So my impact, like the impact we're trying to build is people who are self-responsible.
Sure.
We want them to be self-responsible. So all, I think most of our programs, I just usually like to empower them, to show them that really, as much as the SRC is here, you are the leader yourself. So the far you're pushing yourself, that defines you, and will also define what the SRC or me as the vice chair is doing. And once that is accomplished, really, I'd be glad to say that I'm working.
Oh wow, thank you. Wow. Hey, sometimes you call people into your show and they take over your show, and now you don't have the next question because they've answered generally everything and summarized everything.
But are you sure umeelewa everything she said?
I actually understand her responsibility. Actually, she has explained well, and I can say that that's actually that depicts the kind of person you are actually. And without judging, I think the servant leadership quality actually defines who you are. And just without actually giving a lot of credit. Let me also let me get back to yes, but you're doing a good job, by the way.
Yeah,
we're trying.
Let me ask you, Mr. Secretary Entertainment.
Yes.
I understand that you are one of the comic guys in the institution. One of those guys. I would have called you a celeb.
I don't.
But
I choose to be humble.
Yeah, you choose to be humble, but just do not forget that humble people don't say they are humble.
I mean, I'm humble.
It's true. So my question goes: working with such as a responsible leader who is actually down to earth a person, how does it feel?
Yeah, well, in terms of the good side or the bad side, because
Okay,
there's two sides to it.
Either.
Well, the good side is that it keeps you on toes. The fact that you have to, like she said, it's servant leadership. So you have to give the people what they deserve, like their rights. You have to make sure that they are well attended to, their needs are met. So it's you to ensure that whatever they want, they get. But then whatever they want has to be like in line in what the rules are, right? Because you can't just be giving out everything, right? Yeah. So if what they want is actually their right and they deserve it, it is my duty to ensure that they actually get it without having to strain or having to complain. Yes. And then the bad side, I don't really think there's a bad side.
It has to.
I mean,
that's why we need to dig also the bad sides for us to see.
If there's a bad side, if I would have been lazy, I would have said now the bad side is me having to be on toes. Because nobody wants, we are humans, right? We are naturally lazy. Remember, we were taught that.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's sometimes it can be hectic to be on your on toes all the time. You're chilling in your bed. Oh, Wi-Fi ijalipiwa. Oh, na umefungua tu shule hivi leo. Oh, DSTV ijalipiwa. Wewe mwenyewe hata simu yako ya mkopo. So but generally that is what servant leadership is, and leadership actually should be that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I think you having seen the change, especially positively in this institution. Juzi we had our Secretary General pia alikuwa hapa. Now the way he was discussing, it's like the whole team, the whole SRC that was elected previously has actually chosen to work with one rule, that we are going to work as a unit and are going to serve rather than be the bosses. And I know that is one of the things that leaders forget, that we are not the bosses, that the people, the common mwananchi is
Actually, even that term common mwananchi, I don't like it. Like now in general, not even in the SRC alone, even in general, like the common mwananchi. Why? What do you mean common mwananchi? It sounds, I don't know, there's just something about it. We are all equal, right?
I'm just hoping that whatever you're telling me is exactly what is on the ground.
No, but I digressed a little. Not in the context of the
SRC. I understand.
But
what I was saying is you guys have actually done a good job. And it's very evident. You see, not everyone will appreciate the good works of the people, and especially good leaders are never appreciated until they are out of office.
You saw what they did to Jesus.
But ideally, I think the whole aspect of leadership, I mean, that's it. Personally, I don't like being appreciated. I love people to see the impact of the work that we are doing.
Actually, that is now the appreciation you get.
Yeah, that's the appreciation. And that one I gladly accept, which is much better, because actually, I'd rather you be like, unajua tunaambiwa mgema akisifiwa pia analetea maji. But I think that's the greatest checkpoint for a good leader.
Madam Chair, just before I conclude with you, there's this one question I want you to tell me. Under your reign, what are some of those achievements that you've had that you will actually sit down and know that I did this and that and that? Because I know you had the goals before you began this particular task. So what are some of the achievements as far as the whole institution is concerned, in leadership, let's say in co-curricular activities, in curricula? Because I think since the time you elected until now, we have had a lot of transformations in this place, especially on the positive sides. And I am so certain that unless a good leader is there to push this particular mandate, it's very, very hard. So if you just highlighted but a few, we will appreciate, so that people can also understand that it's not just a matter of being the cute face of the institution, but rather there must be something.
Okay. For the achievements, here we go.
It's an endless list, I see.
No, it's not about the endless list. Have you ever been on a hotspot and you're like, really, what am I supposed to say there?
Okay.
But I think in terms of curricula, this is the first time if I'm not wrong, I beg to be corrected.
Yeah.
We've reached nationals, that is in drama.
It's not the first time.
It's not the first time.
It's the second.
The second.
We always.
But anyway, during my reign,
yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
They made us proud, including Mr. Secretary
really
over here.
Stop.
I think that one, I think, for me was the major achievement, in that it has not only impacted these young generations. I'm sure they have impacted one or two. When next year they'd want to participate and do much better than that. Second is let's say just maybe the whole school ambience and the how do you call it? The way people perceive education. You know, it's not like the 844 whereby you are told you have to go to class, you have to read, you have to do what. I think there are people who have taken it personally, and that's what I try to instill in them. Once you have it personally and you know that, like, I'm supposed to study, it's for my own benefit. It's not for the school, it's not for my parents, it's for me. And when they do that, actually when you walk into that school, you find that there's life in the school and there's something which is going on well. That is nice. The other one is also like maybe to link the communication between management and students. It has been a bit tough.
Actually, very tough. That one I know.
It has been tough, but we are trying. So the communication system is a bit also
faulty.
Not faulty, but
I mean.
But yes, we do try our best.
Yes,
if there's anything new, anything upcoming that needs to be passed to our fellow colleagues, we try and do that. If they have challenges and concerns that they need them to be addressed, chini ya maji, I say I'm a chini ya maji person. We can either have formal or informal meetings and just try to see that these needs are being addressed too.
Yes.
We still have one term, but I believe we can still achieve
one term.
We can achieve much.
Yes. I don't know why you're forgetting us, the Tubonge Live. Actually, it's under your reign.
Like you said, good things are not really appreciated.
No, but I need to appreciate this. It's upcoming. I love communication.
Off camera.
No. I love communication. Emmanuel, this is a great venture, not only to English students or maybe the indigenous or whatever. It's a great venture for the young people. They find talent, I think, and I don't mind is the devil's workshop.
True.
So once they know whatever you're doing here is good, maybe I would have been sleeping. You are here. Why not build the nation? No, not the nation. Why not build our school here? Exchanging ideas, those things here. And the ones will make us go. So, bravo.
Wow, thank you. You see, as I said, if you find a leader with a vision, they will have to attain something. But a visionless leader is just like a nation without a head, actually. A snake without a head. They are never going
You didn't have to use a snake. You could have used maybe a chicken. Snake is very scary.
By that, snake is scary. I fear snakes.
So use maybe a chicken. A chicken without a head.
A chicken without a head. Okay, it actually does not that. Does it have a head?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So, right to you, Mr. Secretary Entertainment. Nimesikia ukisifiwa, wanasema mlifika nationals, And
basic things.
I'm so sad. I am certain that you went through a lot. We had ups and downs kwa hiyo time yote.
More downs than ups, actually.
Able to just give us tupe tuka safari kadogo venye safari ilikuwa.
Tulianza safari ya basically, the fact that anytime you're dealing with a team, it's never going to be easy for you, especially you as the leader. And especially given the fact that I wasn't really elected like they said now you're the chairman of the Nini. It was just self-declared.
Tulikuwa wote.
So you know, right?
No position.
So it's hard to deal with people. And as much as they can be good, also they are humans. They have their weaknesses. But despite that, we tulipambana, tulingangana. We took a lot of sacrifice actually to get to where we were. And in as much as all our goals were not really met, because we wanted to proceed with the play. We couldn't. We were heartbroken.
I remember that room when everyone was just sleeping.
Like and clicking.
People cried, by the way. We just took ourselves in one room and just slept and
don't
cried.
Make me emotional.
And there's nothing bad.
We don't have tissues here yet.
Hakuna kutumba kama umekasirika, you're trying to heal na ndo mtu anakuambia pole. Sasa inakuongeza hasira. But we proceeded to the nationals regardless with 3 items. Well, no, 2. Two items.
Narrative and the stand-up.
And we stood up. And we also thank the admin for their support because we couldn't have done it without them, right?
It's true.
Yeah, so that's how things are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah. And just as we conclude this, just have the last question for each, and we'll begin with you because you see.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Ningetaka tu mnielezee tangu kuje Lugari mpaka saizi penye umefika. Kuna impact yote yenye Lugari imekupea kama wewe, especially academically, let's say kwa politically, let's also say like generally tu yani. Umegrow
a lot. Okay, si kimwili, but
you've developed, not grown.
Actually that's the best way to put it. When I came here, I didn't really know. It was a new place, so I was trying to familiarize myself with it. But then we came, and then the first event was Cultural Day, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so it gave me or us rather, but since I'm speaking for myself, it gave me the exposure, and I knew that so this is a platform where I can actually be myself.
It was your team that won everything.
We said stop with the praises.
No. You see, the reason I asked because I'm the only person who wants something from your team. True. So actually, after the Cultural Day, I felt like this is. I can actually be myself without having to worry that I'm scaring people with my nature, right? So after that term, then the following term, in term 2, came the drama again. Again, we won. So it has really nurtured me in terms of my talent. And even as a leader, because it was from there, that drama team, that I managed to get the leadership that now I stood for the position of that serving right now. And then also academic wise, so we've done SBA1. We saw how it went. Don't mention it. Not yet. Yes. Wow. Actually, I think kuja Lugari tu lazima mtu grow. No, develop. Like lazima tu develop.
But kuna pia grow.
Okay, personally mimi nimejaribu lakini hapo I guess ni kama imekata.
It's not for you.
It's not for me. Genes. Hii sasa ni issue too. But people have grown. And I remember actually tumekuwa nayo kwa hii safari yote. I think the first time you came we met, we were supposed to have a skit hiyo siku ya orientation. Tukaona haiwezi to make like hatukufurahia, then
tulikuwa the only sisi ndo tulikuwa
Vierere alafu kidogo ndio hao tumeingizwa cultural, mkabeba kila kitu. I had to become Mr. Lugari out of the blue. Last year actually cultural tulibeba kila kitu. And
just wazime simu.
Listen.
Money official duty.
We understand. So Madam Chair, kindly tell us. By the way, we were supposed to have a program with you.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
But as for me, tumesema ni develop makes you growth. I've also developed. Being a person who I was outside for quite some time, and then you're coming back to school like a fresher again. It was a bit tough.
Very tough actually.
A bit tough, but yet I saw it as an opportunity maybe just to use the skills that I had buried. You know, when you're in school, there's that leeway where you can just be yourself, go out innovative, you know, all that. Something that you can't maybe do
at home,
maybe at home or at certain fixed job market. So I came in, I found an opportunity through the projects, me and some projects that's academic. I went all out, inspiring my team just to be unique and creative. I think that's also gave me the strength, let's say the confidence to just believe like you can do it again.
Ametaja group nikakumbuka. Unajua group inasumbuanga presentation ya kuja present number 1 wanaanza present.
Hawajai kosa present.
You instill that in them, and then as you said, the cultural. I'm sure you didn't know, but I've designed 2 gowns.
I was told. No, I saw. I was there.
Damn.
In fact, Yeah, last year.
Okay.
Actually, you almost beat us. No, you almost
I did.
beat us. You almost.
I did. We won.
Come on!
Yes, we did. And
Oh,
Nadia,
Miss Lugari was from your team.
from my
By that,
team.
there is one thing you don't know. I was the design of Mr. Entirely, everything.
So do you guys not want me to join this conversation? Because now you're arguing the two of you.
No, we're not arguing. We're just saying about the
I
development.
will walk away.
Development of Mr. and Mrs.
Development.
Now you don't want me to
I mean,
be part
You
of
are the
conversation.
chairman of the team.
Space, eh?
Okay.
So apparently you are we were working under you. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Now that
They were your clubs.
Yes. So basically, these the activities, the academic and non-academics that we have
Yes.
have been a major platform for my development. And so I'd say it's a good thing they're doing. I just wish we have more,
Yes.
including games. I tried netball.
Didn't work out for you. Yeah, I know. Take heart.
Ungeniita.
But it was also a great venture.
Yeah, you actually tried. I saw you play.
Yeah.
I trained you.
Yeah, I was a captain for I think a term.
So you went
No
down
wonder
a
it
couple
didn't
times.
work out.
Catch
No wonder it didn't work out.
You also tried marathon.
Oh, the
She was
100
going
meters.
for 100
Oh my
meters.
goodness.
Were you normal at that time?
Excuse me.
Marathon? Were you trying to take your life?
No, I actually did it and amazed people.
Yeah, she actually-
So
Yeah, we were amazed. Number last.
Yes. From
I
top.
was not.
She was the best actually.
After
Among the
I
worst.
read. No, after I read.
Okay.
But yeah, it is still an opportunity.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, by the thank you very much. Hii episode yetu by the running for 10 lakini sasa hivi najua tumefika 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And I know we have a lot of other issues we need to discuss. These are conversations that cannot end.
Yeah.
I'll be calling you back very soon.
We know time is not on your side. Just say it.
Yeah.
Tufuge tuambie tu.
But before mfunga, I think it's always good kwa ni yetu mtu akikuja anatuacha na wise saying ama na mprovo nyingine safi. Na inaweza fungua macho pup.
Sisi tutawaacha nayo lakini hata kinywaji hata soda.
Hapo kwa kinywaji immediately from here you'll be seeing the director hapo nje and we'll be dealing with you especially financially.
People need to know that we have
goodies.
Yeah.
Your part ready to do.
Okay, then hata tusiwaste time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So give us your last words, like inafaa ishe in a wise saying or a good statement. Unaona wewe unafanya literature, si ndio? Najua Ngugi wa Thiong'o amekufa lakini haimaanishi amekufa na literature.
Tunaweza na
No. Men came before just yeah.
We came from the rib, you know?
Yeah.
exist
So you have to
before.
exist before they do.
Okay. Why saying? Bana we pambana tu. Life uko peke yako.
Watu wapambane. Watu watie bidii. Watu wajikaze.
Hakuna easy way out.
Okay.
Next question.
Yes, or a proverb brother and either.
Unajua kwanza nimenikumbusha ati majenzi siku hizi wamekuwa wahenga lakini
nakwambia inafaa discussion to pick by the way. Yes.
Anyway, what I'd like to say to my fellow colleagues is people tend to forget once they enter here. You came alone, you live alone.
Yeah.
Focus on what brought you here. But again, wanasema if you want to move far, you move with a group. When ukitaka ku move fast,
Umeisema the other way.
nimesema the other way.
Yes.
Sasa sinisaidie basi.
Anza sasa.
If you want to move fast, move alone.
Move alone, yeah.
If you want to move far, move with a group.
Yes.
So there's this group, the cliques, the gangs. Hatuna gangs.
Hey,
Tuko na
gang.
cliques.
Yes.
The cliques and the male. So the male ones are called gangs. So whichever friendship you decide to choose, let it build you and not destroy you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you'll be alone. Yeah, you are here as friends, but ukitoka huko nje, it's just you and your TSC number.
Yeah.
You know?
It is
So,
true.
yeah.
If you'll get it.
Yeah, if you get it. I believe you. They all will.
We
They all
will.
will.
We are
So
optimistic. Yes.
just know yourself, be true to yourself, never lose yourself to anything and anyone.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that is how we come to the end of today's episode. And as we finalize, I would like to tell you that when a hyena wants to eat his or her own children, it first accuses them of smelling them.